had one before.
Right.
And he got my old one, so I saved everything. But anything after June 1st, gone. It's great.
It could be worse.
Back up your files, kids.
It could be worse. It
Oh,
could be worse.
man.
Oh, my gracious.
And right before coming here, I'm not going to be moving a lot because I just went up like to stretch and I like pinched a nerve in my shoulder. The GD world is out to get me.
I was going to say, sometimes that's a sign of our age.
I'm so not as old as you.
That is true. But you're not far behind either.
What is your? So if I'm an older, first of all, we are very close in age.
We are
But
very
if
close.
I am the older millennial, what are you considered?
I really don't know that answer.
Yeah, I don't know either. Well, we talked about this recently. I think maybe when
But
it was probably
I
cut
don't
out,
know
but it
if
was when
I-
Riley was here, and we were talking
I
about
don't
the
know if
generational things.
I think I'm on the cusp of being on the end of one or the beginning of millennial. Like,
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Some people probably say we're
It,
millennials,
well,
but
and it all depends on where you look because some of them say, millennial starts this year,
Right.
goes through this year for graduating or whatever.
yeah, I don't know.
So all I know is
I-
that I'll be dead soon.
That, I don't know that we.
Hey, happy
is
Monday,
kind of-
everybody. Happy Monday.
Monday. It
Welcome
is
to
so
the
true.
show.
It is. It's a great Monday.
It is. It's so pretty
It is
outside.
so pretty. You're back
Go
in
and take-
Iowa.
Go and take pictures of it.
Just make sure you back them up.
Hey, is
So,
the fair done yet?
the fair finished up yesterday. And
just
sadly, you didn't
feel
get
the
to
relief.
experience it at all. And I might have been there 4 days.
Yeah, I saw some of your stuff though.
Yeah, it was
good.
a good time. Iowa Tourism Day was a blast.
Okay.
We got to do a scavenger hunt through, and then my group did a behind the scenes of where they do all the birthing of the baby animals and in the building. And so we got kind of a behind the scenes of how that whole works together and how they work with different FFAs and 4-H clubs and things like that. So it was
Yeah.
really fun because there was like brand new babies. And by the time I was there on Thursday, and then when I was back on Friday, actually one of the goats had birthed in the
Oh,
overnight.
cool.
So it was only
That's interesting timing to have that happen like in conjunction with the fair.
Yeah. Pigs were born on the first day. There was a whole litter of pigs.
A gaggle.
It's not a gaggle. I know that. I think it's a litter.
Pigs.
Maybe. I don't know. Tell us what a litter of a whole bunch of pigs are.
When they're there, do
Piglets?
they call them pigs or do they call them hogs?
Well, they're
And what's
piglets.
the difference?
They're,
What's the difference between a pig and a hog? I don't know.
I say hogs are bigger than pigs.
You think so? That's offensive.
Well,
Calling me out.
I'm sure. Let's go with that. I'll go with that. But yes, the fair was great.
Good.
Yes.
I'm glad. And you got the flannel memo.
I know. Like,
Good.
who would have ever planned?
I don't really
but-
wear this one because I don't like these colors on me. But
Oh,
I
it's
figured
very-
it worked with this shirt.
It's very Iowa State fall.
Yeah,
I like
I
it.
try to not support anything.
I know you and your sports problems, but that's right around the corner here. So.
I don't want people to mistake me as an Iowa State fan.
And then there's others that do like sports.
I don't have a problem with them. They do their own thing. I do my own thing. We leave each other alone. It's great.
It works well.
It's not so bad.
But we are going to have an event this week that totally is right in line with like things that you love.
Sure.
So it's progressive dinner
Okay.
on Wednesday night.
Okay.
From 5 to 7. And the
Nice.
theme is dinner and a movie. So all the participants are picking a movie of their choice
Okay.
to dress like and provide a food from. So
Oh, so you're not actually watching a movie.
you're not watching a movie.
I want my money back.
Well, you can go home and watch any of the movies you want to. But it's going to be a great time, so you can go around and try to figure out what movie everybody is participating in.
That's exciting.
And
So you're dressing like characters from the movie.
absolutely, or
That's awesome.
a party like. So like my organization is doing Animal House.
Oh, spoilers. So togas.
So togas.
All right.
Togas
Yeah.
and mashed potatoes.
Nice.
So everybody will kind of have their costume with their food option.
Mashed potatoes also could be Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Don't know that I've ever watched that movie.
This means something.
I'm guessing that movie
This is
is not
important.
my genre of movie choice.
This means something. This is important.
Fun fact.
Okay.
You ready for a fun fact?
I love fun facts.
So 2 movies that came out pretty much the same time. Nobody cares. I'm going to say this anyway. Star Wars,
Okay.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Haven't watched either.
So there was a kind of a bet of sorts because Spielberg was a big supporter of Star Wars, which George Lucas filmed. And George Lucas really liked Close Encounters. So and I might be getting some of the details off here, but I'm pretty close. They made a bet about the success of the
movies.
both respective movies in favor of their friend. And so each of them owns a percentage
of each other's?
yes.
Interesting.
And one of them did significantly better.
You think?
Because you don't see a lot of Close Encounters
Now everybody
merchandise out there.
Everybody is Googling.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Spielberg did okay in that that department.
So
But,
if you totally like movies,
Yeah.
granted, I'm pretty sure if I remember on the list, I think there's 24 stops. So all kind of genres of movies and then offering that food choice. I do not recall Star Wars being on it, but there is a lot of good creativity. What would you serve from Star Wars?
Blue Milk.
Oh,
There's a lot. They've got all those fan cookbooks out there that are
I'm sure.
where you
I'm
take.
sure
I think there's one from even Mean Girls and stuff where you can make it's like food inspired by the movie.
I'm gonna spoiler alert. There is somebody that is doing Mean Girls.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Do I know who it is?
you do.
All right.
You do. But a lot of fun was going in. It was a lot of fun playing
beat her in Mean Girls trivia, by the way.
I know. Mean Girls. Yes. Mean Girls is great. Actually, I just had somebody the other day didn't get a reference to Mean Girls and I was like super
And you
heartbroken.
punched them. Oh, you were heartbroken.
I was. I was
Yes.
like, how could you live your life and not ever have watched Mean
You were
Girls?
like,
or Pitch Perfect.
You should kill yourself.
No, I didn't say that. I did not say that. But I was like, really, you gotta watch it. You know, there's just certain movies like, come on. So come on
great.
downtown Wednesday night, 5 to 7. It's $10 if you pre-buy your tickets,
Yeah.
or $15 the day of. It's one of our larger fundraisers for our community,
Good.
for us to continue to bring things to Story City and have other events. So you get a full meal. I mean, you get to try 24 things, and there's some awesome things on the list. So
That's great.
Menu will be out in the newsletter today and online, but you'll also get your little menu that night when you come to the event.
Awesome.
So you should definitely come.
Great. Yeah, please go out and maybe wait until the last minute so you give them an extra $5.
Right? It is a
what I did?
fundraiser. It goes to a good cause.
Yeah.
But then
it's
also
a fundraiser and a fundraiser.
it is. It'll be great.
Straight up.
It'll be great.
Now
So
tell me,
you know, I'm gonna break your heart maybe a little bit.
why would you do that?
Well, because school starts on Friday.
Oh yeah, no, not a fan.
I know.
Everything is leading.
Everybody,
up to
please
that.
don't turn us off now. But school does start on Friday. But
Gross.
we are going to have a party at the Carousel on Tuesday.
Okay.
We are. So Tuesday, Carousel from 1 to 3.
It's a preschool party. But not a preschool party.
Correct. Absolutely. So we're
would
going
be
to
weird.
celebrate that you're going back to school.
Yeah.
Even though it's very sad for most of us to admit that summer is over. But you can come down to the Carousel. We have a little goodie prize for everybody that gets to come down for you to take back to school with you. And then there's also going to be a couple of special guests. So
Nice.
we're playing on some themes, but there'll be a little mascots down there. And so you can have some photo opportunities, but come take a ride and celebrate the end of the Carousel daily schedule. And then we'll just move to weekends.
Very cool.
After that. And so we'll be open on Saturdays and Sundays from 1 to 3 till the end of September.
Awesome.
Yeah. So busy time
Great.
for sure.
Yeah, so make sure you go out to that. Hey, I was gonna do a little self promotion here. Do you mind? Because you want people to shop local, right?
I do like people to shop local.
I don't know if people out there know this, but I just got all caught up on things, and I actually convert old media for people. So if anybody out there has any old VHS tapes or camcorder tapes or anything of that sort, hit me up and I'd be happy to help you. And I am definitely the most affordable in, I'm going to say, Iowa.
He'll definitely back up your stuff in case he doesn't remember to back up his.
Yes. That is
a whole nother story.
That is.
You could ask the behind the scenes later.
Accurate. My phone went into the ocean.
But he had a great trip. So
it was a great trip.
It
Do
was
I look
a great
tan?
trip.
Do I look better? Am I fancy?
I think you look about the same as the last time I saw you.
I did a lot of sunscreen. However, if you were to see from here to here,
that part that never sees the sun.
You'd notice a difference.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not a big tank top wearer, so there's that.
Sun's out, guns out isn't a concept for you.
I am a Robin Williams level of hairy, and it's not. Nobody wants it.
Oh, visuals.
Nobody wants it. And it's too much work to rein it in. So it's just kind of like, listen. Now, occasionally I will.
Right.
If I'm going to the pool with the kids or something like that, it's like, get out the weed eater. And it's
well, speaking of visuals, you did a perfect segue. And Lars has, or not Lars. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So sorry, Lars. You're not here today.
Everyone does it.
I know, right? Lars, Lance, all you L names.
There's two of us.
You really don't know what's going to come up next, but speaking of having images of people,
sure.
So there's been a lot of talk on our social media and these videos about, we need to have some. You look really perplexed right now, and happening. I really, really love it.
I mean, and he has no at the
clue.
Comments.
He has no clue what's happening.
Yeah.
And actually, really. Nobody knows. So this is like
nobody knows.
Totally like dropping a bomb on you here.
I like it.
So I didn't wear a flannel just to wear a flannel because
I have so many comments I want to say right now.
Because
nice.
The new merch is in stock.
Very cool.
Lance and I might be characters.
That's great.
So new design.
They're like caricatures.
They are characters. Thanks to Rod Bonner, who took wonderful photos of each of us and made us into characters.
Wow.
I know. Don't we look so great?
So do I know Rod?
You should. He a retired teacher. He helped paint the mural.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
so
thank you,
great
Rod.
artist. Helped me collaborate with this project and bring my vision to life.
That's really
that
cool.
way. And I know there's a few out there that are totally excited. But something special is there is water bottle stickers for all of our super fans.
I love that over time stickers have just turned into water bottle stickers.
Well, they are fancier, and you can have one.
But thank you. But that's what everybody does now is they put them on their big water bottles.
So yes, so
this is really cool.
If you want one,
you
need to come find me, and I'll have them at the Progressive Dinner and the Carousel. But you're going to have to ask me for it.
Is it more than one color, or are they all yellow?
They are all yellow because we are a ray of sunshine on Monday mornings.
I see what you did.
I know.
I see what you did.
We brighten everybody's world on Mondays.
Wow. Well, this is incredibly cool. And I guess I can never shave again.
I know. And I cut my hair since this, and people are like, now you have to have them redraw it. I'll grow my hair back out, just to be clear.
I'm getting a bit of your hair in this one. Slightly Peggy Bundy. I like it. It's good.
Natural curls is just natural curls. So,
and my hair
is non-existent. You have your hat on and your sunglasses because we know that you have to be incognito because you are so famous. So it is only fitting.
There should be a little speech bubble that says "so famous."
So famous. Well, somebody else could write those on there. But
this is incredibly cool. This turned out better than I could have possibly envisioned.
I might have put a lot of time and effort into those.
So thank you to you and thank you to Rod. That's so awesome.
Yeah, so they're great. So when you're out and about, if you're downtown, stop by and see me. We'll make sure I get you hooked up with a water bottle sticker. And then for you ones that are dying to wear Lance and I on your clothing,
that's so
you can stop by and talk to me also, and we'll get you hooked up.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I'm very impressed.
We listened to all your feedback. So
yeah.
But
if Valerie doesn't buy 7 of these,
I know, right? I'm gonna just start sticking them on people's cars.
That's so cool.
And if you're lucky, you might get us to autograph a couple. I don't know if we're that great.
I always keep a Sharpie.
All right.
So
we're that awesome that way.
Right
so
here.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
A little fun for the day.
That is awesome.
On a
and
Monday.
That explains the flannel. I get it now.
It does.
I understand.
I normally wouldn't have buttoned a flannel, but I really wanted to
Fair.
blow your mind just for a moment.
That's great.
Because I kept this secret for a really long time.
It's very cool news. And yeah, there's some other things happening too, right?
Yeah. There's always things happening in Story City. Yes.
Well, that's awesome. And rumor has it we're going to have a guest today.
Rumor does have it that we're going to have a guest.
I don't know who that is.
He doesn't.
So we'll be back.
Absolutely.
With said guest.
Yes.
Right
Perfect.
after this?
Right after this.
Let's do another commercial.
Ray, I don't know. Are you sure clicking this thing will get us online?
Well, try dragging it.
Faster.
You're just a mouse click away from a better way to rent movies. Blockbuster Total Access. Movies through the mail plus movies through the store. One low price.
Here's the problem. We forgot to plug it in.
Oh, don't even think about it.
Get a free trial at your Blockbuster store or blockbuster.com.
Pig in a donut. A piggy in a donut.
Yep.
That's a hot dog?
No. So it was a...
It's an actual pig.
Well, it was sausage that had cheese.
Yeah.
Then it was in like donut batter.
This sounds
Deep
disgusting.
fat fried.
Yeah.
Oh, frick.
Like
10 out of 10. It was to die for.
Yeah.
To die for. And then you could dip it in spicy syrup or regular syrup.
What you're saying is that food did more for you than your husband ever could.
We're not going to discuss
Oh
that.
boy.
But then they
That's
also had the
awesome.
thing that was called a hot mess there. And it was a homemade biscuit with egg and cheese and then sausage gravy on it.
Okay.
It was a mess. It was a hot mess, but it was good. It was good.
I tell you what, this room looks a lot bigger on the camera.
Really? Yeah. It's
When
not
you watch it on Facebook, it looks like you guys got a big room. And
well, first of all, you have to walk down 5 flights of steps.
That's right. Yeah, you're in a box.
Underground.
Yeah.
And it's not great circulation, but you could live for at least 5 hours in here.
Right.
Yeah.
It'd be fine.
We try not to record for 5 hours. I think 2 is our longest. Riley took the cake on that one.
Oh, Riley, that
pretty
doesn't
great.
surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got on somebody.
I am on her level.
Yeah,
I
yes.
appreciated every
And
minute
I
of it.
tried to rein them in.
Yep.
That was a challenge.
Please,
Okay.
by all means.
So our guest on this episode is Tristan Peterson. So
Yep.
Tristan, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, what grade you're going to be in school, and a little bit about your family to
All
start
right.
with.
So I'm Tristan Peterson, as she said, and I'm going to be a senior at Roland Story, which is hard to believe. And
Wow.
my family's lived in Story City all my life, so I know how Story City works, and I like it. So.
You realize it's hard to believe because you look like you're 30.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Am I?
He-
I'm just going to point out the
I
obvious.
think
Right.
he aged quickly, and he's going to stay looking this way.
Yeah.
Based on your dad,
Yeah.
you're going to stay looking this way
Probably.
till
That's,
you're like
that's the
50.
point. Look older sooner,
Yeah.
Yep.
and then have good genes to stay to look that same age for
Right
a
on.
while.
Right.
Right on.
That's good.
Right. Yes. So, like Tristan said, he's lived here his whole life, and I guess my first real encounter with you is Scandinavian days.
Yep.
Oh.
So would have been 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah. So
What did you do?
I know, but it very positive. And that's kind of why I asked Tristan to be here, is to talk about a couple of different avenues that Tristan and I have crossed paths over the last couple of years since I've been in my role. So Scandinavian Days was one of those first things. And I guess I've just kind of, why did you decide to volunteer for Scandinavian Days?
I don't know. I love Scandinavian Days. I mean, you get everybody going, the community's out, and that's the best. So, and I was
Yeah.
like, you always need help, so why not try and reach out and see what I can help with all these events,
Right.
and just keep it as good as it is all year round.
Yeah, and I will say that first year Tristan wasn't old enough to drive. So
Yeah.
it was Tristan jump in the back of a truck or jump in the back of the Gator,
Yep.
and we'd go around. And now this past year,
Yep.
I could say, hey, Tristan, here's the parade
Drive.
route signs.
Yep.
Put them up. And so you've matured and developed in
Right.
the Scandinavian Days role. So what's one thing that you would say you've really enjoyed doing during Scandinavian Days and on the volunteer aspect?
Well, I put out a lot of parade route signs, no parking signs.
No parking
I
signs.
put a lot of those out, so that's fun. But honestly, I like running around with Shannon. I just like seeing what I can help with and seeing like what she all has to deal with and stuff. And it's a lot of work, I don't think a lot of people see that, so it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's fun also.
It's
and
fun,
It is.
yes.
Yeah. I mean, we've
Yeah.
blown speakers. We
Yep.
shot things off of back of trucks because we
Right.
forgot to not drive so fast or
Yeah,
things like
right.
that. So
Yeah.
so then also because you got engaged with Scandinavian Days.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Oh.
What?
What?
You got engaged.
Oh, engaged.
Yeah, I'm engaged.
Tristan is not engaged,
Yeah.
but the other version of engaged. Involved. How about that? You wanna
No,
go
it's-
with
no, either works. I'm just trying to get over the fact that he's in high school.
He is in high school.
I'm in high
it's
school.
fine.
He is high school. So you got engaged or
Yep.
involved
Right.
with Scandinavian Days, which then led to, I guess, Nicole and myself asking
Yeah.
you to be on the GCC Chamber Main
Right.
Street board.
Right.
And so can you talk through a little bit of what your role is sitting on that board?
Right. So I'm a student representative on the GCC board. Oof.
Yeah, it's a mouthful, right?
Yep. Anyways, so like I just like when I go to meetings, I talk about like what's going on in the school and like what I'm involved in and just like what it looks like to be a student in the Story City community. And it's interesting, you know, and just it's a simple role but a fun role, you know.
Right.
So
Yeah, that was something our board added a few years back of having a senior and a junior on our board. And so we always have those two student reps because we get that some times of the year are busier than others. And
Right.
we'll talk about that in our little bit later here.
Yeah.
But having that connection between the community and our downtown and the school and
Right.
making sure that we're working cohesive together. So one of Tristan's roles is kind of taking stuff that we talk about at those meetings and making sure that teachers and other peers know
Yeah.
about what's going on and how they can get involved in the community that
Right.
way.
Yep.
So, which has been great experience, I would say
Yeah.
that way. So with that being said, we're going to get into a time where Tristan's going to take a little leave from the board, but
Yep.
he's excused to leave. So
Yeah.
we're looking forward to it's back to school time.
Yeah, it's back to school.
So
Yeah.
Tristan, you play on the football team.
I do play on the football team.
What position do you play?
I play both sides of the ball, so I play defensive end and left tackle.
Okay.
And so I'm not on the sideline for very long.
I was going to say no. If I remember last year, that was kind of the case. Also,
Yep.
you played a lot of the time.
Yep.
What number are we looking for when we go to cheer
So-
on the Norsemen?
Yep, I'm number 72, and
Number
you'll be able to
Excellent.
see me. I'm also a captain on the football team, so you'll see me at the beginning walking out. I won't be hard to miss.
I was going to say, if you haven't met Tristan in person, he is really tall. We
Yeah.
just had that discussion when he
Right.
walked in earlier.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Tristan, you're busy with sports.
Yep.
You're busy with school.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you feel, or was there somebody, a parent, a
Yeah.
grandparent, or somebody in the community that kind of led you to want to be more engaged in the community that way?
I mean, my family's really good friends with Nicole, and so we are always around Nicole, and I've seen Nicole be a part of the community and always volunteering, and she's the one that reached out to me and wanted me to join and whatnot. So I think just like having that relationship with Nicole and seeing all the work she does made me want to help out and see where I can help out.
So you were doomed from the beginning.
I might have been doomed from the beginning.
You
Yep.
Yeah.
knew that it was going to
Yep.
happen.
I might have
He
been
was
doomed.
guilty by association
Exactly.
or a sucker, but
Right.
no.
That's great.
But your dad also was involved in the
Yeah.
community.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
Tristan's dad is on our fire department,
Yep,
so
he
gives
is.
of his time also that way. And your mother has helped with Scandinavian Days
Yep.
and
Yep.
sometimes any other things we call and ask her
yeah.
to help with too.
Yeah.
And now we have your sister.
Yep.
Who is slowly starting to work her way
Yep.
into her volunteer roles that way.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But yeah, anything you would say to your peers, as you're getting ready, I cannot believe you're going to start your senior year.
Yep,
I'm like
I'm
having
gonna
a
start my
mom
senior
moment
year.
for your mom
Yeah.
here. Like, I can't believe he's going to be
Yeah.
on.
Yep.
Like, what would you say to somebody who hasn't ever experienced volunteering?
I would say do it. Just like find a place where you can volunteer and do it. Like, and our school is great about silver cord hours too. So I mean, get those silver cord hours. Find out. I mean, there's places to volunteer everywhere in Story City. I mean, the food pantry, wherever you want to go, find a place and do it. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I think that's great advice for
Yeah.
anybody, young or old. There's some way you can always
Right.
give back to your community.
Yeah. Right.
That's awesome.
You always have some great question, and I don't want to skip
I'm
over you this
yeah,
time.
no. It's fine. I'm curious now that you're going into your senior year.
Yeah.
Would you say that your experience with the football team has been one of your highlights, or what are some of your highlights from being at Roland Story High or just Roland Story in general over the years?
Oh man, I love Roland Story, and I love the football team for sure. But on like the backside, like I'm on student council, Big Buddies, FA, like anywhere I can lead and do something. Roland Story is great about giving you opportunities for that.
That's cool.
And that's, I just think we take that for granted sometimes. Like, I don't know, just involve yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
In kind of the same lines, I guess we didn't touch on.
Yeah.
Not only do you give to the
Yeah.
school and give to your community,
Yeah,
but
right.
you also do work.
yeah, I do.
You work for a small business.
Yeah, right.
And you might see him out. I see him mowing the yards
Yep.
of people, or
Yeah.
in the winter
So-
you'll be shoveling snow.
Yeah, so
I'll give you my address.
Yeah. So yeah, I've helped various farmers all over, and then I helped me and Jake do lawn and landscape.
Yeah.
And then in the winter I move snow, and obviously the fall's coming up, so I'll be in a tractor most of the time. And then once I graduate, I'm probably gonna get my real estate license and see where that gets me, and go to school for agriculture. So I got a lot of stuff going on, but I like it. I like being busy.
That's
So,
great.
And I love that phrase because
Yeah.
I've never heard Tristan say he's too busy.
Yeah, right.
I say it all the time.
Lance will tell you that he's busy all the time, but I will tell you I text Tristan bright and early this morning and said, "Hey, can you do this?" And right away Tristan's responding.
He's like,
and
"Let me
making-
finish up in the field and I'll be there."
It
Yeah.
kind of was that.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
So no, I appreciate that your passion and just the willingness to give all
Right.
that way, Tristan. So any other things that you would love the community to know, or tell us about any secrets for the football season?
I don't know.
How's it going to be? Any predictions for the
Yeah,
year?
you guys better be ready. I think we
Yeah?
got some. I think we got a good team this
Good.
year. I'm looking forward to it. And Friday night, the first day of school, we got a scrimmage. It's against Gilbert, and it's Gilbert. So
Yep.
I would maybe pop out if you can.
Is,
So.
Okay.
is it at home or is it away?
It's at home.
It's at home.
It'll
so
be at 5:30 at first day of school. So yeah, I think just come and check us out. It's gonna be fun. So.
I'm excited. And you just had team photos taken.
Yeah,
I
we did.
think we saw that happening
Yep.
at the
And then-
carousel. So
And then we had media day, which like the senior, we got
Yep.
pictures for the senior posters, and I got to scream in the camera, and whatnot. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I'm excited. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
So-
So
That's very cool.
Yeah.
So wait, as far as football is concerned,
Yeah.
you're separated into classes, right? Is that
Like-
right? Or
like
what?
class as in like varsity, JV.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, but like against other schools. What do they call that?
1A,
Oh,
2A,
yeah.
3A.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So what's Roland Story?
We're 2A.
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 And to put it in perspective, Gilbert's 4A. So
Oh.
we're not
Is a higher number better, or
it's
is
a bigger
high?
school district.
bigger school district.
I see.
Yeah. So like South
I've
Hamilton.
literally never known that.
Yeah.
And I believe it or not, I went to a school.
Yeah.
I never,
Created dinosaurs roam the earth then
never
too.
understood. I never understood what that meant.
Right.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Yeah. But like-
I'm not gonna lie to you. I legitimately thought one was like the best.
No, like South Hamilton's 1A, so they have a small.
I didn't know that.
Well, and then even in
I did
football,
not know
there's
that.
smaller than 1A because then
Yeah.
there's just 9-man, right? Isn't
Yeah, there's
like
8 man. Yeah, 8 man. So yeah, it gets even smaller.
It gets
than
even
1A.
smaller
Wow.
than 1A.
Yeah.
In football.
Oof.
I know, right?
Who knew?
Yeah, who knew?
Things
Right.
to learn.
Yeah.
So what other sports have you played besides
So
football?
so freshman year I started out in like basketball,
Yeah.
track, football. You do everything your freshman
Yep.
year, and then you
Sure.
start to fade out by the time you get to your senior year. You
Okay.
start to. So now I just do football, and I don't
fair.
even do track anymore.
That's fair. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I guess I forgot to touch on this too. So like, this senior year, I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing work study actually. So I'll be out of school every day at like 12:30 to go work. So I don't know. I'm gonna finish my football, and then it'll be kind of nice to have sports to go work or do whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yep.
Yep. Awesome.
Very cool. Well, congrats on everything.
Yeah.
And best of luck with your senior year and with
course.
the football season. And that's how long does that go until? Is it like
October.
Yeah,
October?
if you're good, it gets cold.
It does
you,
get
you
cold.
want to play in the cold games.
We do.
That's
We
what's
want to
fun.
break out our warm gear.
Yeah.
You know?
So
So funny.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Tristan, I want to thank you for coming on
Yeah,
and
of
giving us
course.
a little bit. And we know you have senior activities that are
Oh,
going to be
yeah.
happening all week. So I'm sure if you're driving around town, you might have seen somebody with a painted
Yep.
window or
You're gonna.
everything.
You have to do it.
It
Yeah.
is right.
You gotta
It's a rite of
participate.
passage.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
No, that's a
so
lot of fun.
thank you
Of course.
for coming today.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you, man.
Yeah, of course. Nice meeting you too. I loved coming on. So
Yeah.
I did.
And I wish you all the best. Congratulations with the engagement. And
Oh, your parents are gonna kill me.
Oh, I'm not engaged.
Yeah, not engaged. Not engaged that way. That will be on the outtake.
you're engaged with life.
Yep.
Engaged
Engaged with
with
life.
the
There you go.
community.
Yeah. So
Well, that's all we got today, folks. So have a great week. And
Yeah.
don't forget the Progressive Dinner and come downtown and enjoy dinner and a movie.
Yeah. Tristan, you want to sign us off here?
all right. You know what? Keep being cool. See ya.
I like it. Bye.
Bye.